conditions to the weather we've got now, and just causing enough problems for them.
Looking ahead, before we started this week, as an owner, you're probably saying, well, it helps condense the funds. You know, you don't have to spread it apart so much. Little second thoughts, maybe?
Did you say condense the funds?
yeah, into 2 weeks instead of spreading hotels and everything out into the 3. I'm trying to look for some positive.
Well, it's a good format, and I'm sure this afternoon will continue to be good. So, you know, this whole principle of the last 9 and getting some excitement there is good. I just hope that PT is feeling strong enough to be able to put one of our cars in there. You know, we'll definitely have Takuma back tomorrow. EJ's out now, and we're fairly sure that we're going to get Mario back as well. So it's just, hey, it's racing.
You're still hoping the KV camp, guys.
Never give up. Well, TK's crash over in turn number 2 has put down a debris field once again, and that's why we are interrupting the qualifying here at the Indianapolis Motor Speedway. Still the fastest is Alex Tagliani at 2:26.3.
The first 2 hours of qualifying for the Indy 500 have been action-packed, starting with Alex Tagliani. Flew on his 4-lap average, capping off just a great month of practice, but soon was looking right over his shoulder because the other man who's been fast this week, Helio Castro Neves, was he going to make it? Was he not? It was so close, razor margin. That's right, Tim. 25/10,000ths of a second short of bumping Tagliani. Later on, Danica Patrick. We thought, pretty solid run. 2:24.2, looked like she was safe, good for the 24. We found out after she got out of the car that things were not all happy with Danica Patrick. She was holding back tears.
This is the worst car I've ever had. I couldn't even be flat. The GoDaddy car does not deserve to be this far down.
She is currently P18. Here are those who have qualified. The 77 car of Alex Tagliani is the fastest, P1. Then comes Helio Castroneves, Daria Franchitti, Will Power. Scott Dixon is 5th. Graham Rahal, Hideki Muto, Ryan Briscoe, and Ed Carpenter are the drivers right now in the pole shootout. The top 9 cars, when we close down at 4 o'clock, will go into the special hour-and-a-half session, requalify, and determine how the top 9 will start. Here are the ones outside of the top 9. However, we're qualifying a total of 24 today. Justin Wilson is 10th quick, then Rafael Matos, Hamilton, Conway, Marco Andretti, Weldon, Bell, Di Silvestro, and Danica Patrick there in 18th position. There are the others who have qualified, giving us 24. The only car that has been eliminated from the top 24 is Milka Duno with an average of 222.4. Sebastian Saavedra also with a 224.452 average. Cleanup is continuing, and let's take a real closer look here at what happened to TK on his first lap of qualifying.
Things look fairly solid, and then right there, he gets almost like the car just loses that balance, and then right here, I thought he was going to be okay, thinking for a moment he was in turn number 2, because as soon as it steps out, he's hard on the throttle. Had that been in turn number 2, Tony Kanaan may have not had any damage.
Yeah, been going right down the back straightaway.
Another unlucky break for Tony Kanaan.
Robbie Floyd is with Michael Andretti.
Well, Michael, I talked to Kevin Kalkofen, who's not having much luck over there, and it's much the same for you.
Yeah, it's a tough one, you know. I feel bad for TK. I think he had a fast car and, you know, just got a little loose in the middle of one and lost it. So, bummer for 7-Eleven. We're going to have to come out tomorrow now and hopefully, you know, just get it in the field now and get a good race car.
We also know that you're in charge of the whole team, not just one driver this weekend. What's it like, especially Danica? We're hearing how displeased she was and scared out there on the track. What's it like having to control all of these drivers?
Well, it's tough, you know. I mean, they're frustrated because we don't have the speed, and they're having to run the car, you know, right on the edge to try to get the speed. So it's a frustrating day right now, and you know, I just can't wait to get it over with, get us in the field with all 5, and then go racing, because the race for the race is way different than the race for the pole, I'll tell you.
It's been heat now. Do you want to wait late like everybody else does, or do you want to just try and put as many? You have 3 shots at it. Do you want to get all 3 done today if have to?
I think well, Tony can't go. We're not going to have time to get his other car ready, and you know, Danica, I'm not sure. She'll probably stay with it. Marco, we've decided we're going to stay with it. So I don't. The only one I think might is John and Ryan are going to try again.
All right. Thanks a lot, Michael.
Yep. Thanks.
Maybe Michael is feeling the way Robbie Buell did earlier before we went on, that is more nervous than the driver. I mean, it can get down to that.
It really
team
can.
owner. All right, again, our format this year, between now and 4 o'clock, the top 24 positions. Track is closed for a half hour at 4:30 to 6. We will decide the top 9 starters. But pit selection comes from the speeds turned in this session, the first one. And of course, if you do make it to the top 9, you get an additional set of the Firestone Firehawk tires. $175,000 and 15 points to the winner at the end of the day. And on the racetrack is Alex Lloyd driving for Dale Coyne this year in the Boy Scouts of America car, Jack.
Guys, talking about that run for the pole at 4:30. The weather right now, we're talking about it being 84, 85 degrees. That's raised the track temperature. Here's what I'm finding looking at projecting forward, not being a meteorologist. They're saying that it should drop about 10 degrees in ambient temperature. That coolness will help the race cars considerably.
Well, that's that window that we all love and people love at the Speedway called the happy hour. Is just that last time, you know, from 5 to 6, this racetrack gets happy and gets fast. So it's going to be fun to watch.
Alex Lloyd has been in 2 Indianapolis 500s. His best start was 11th last year, and he finished 13th last year for his best finish.
This morning in the warm-up, I was watching Alex, and he was laying down some pretty fast laps up in the 225 range. He had a couple that repeated, and it looked like he was clear in doing that. Again, we've all said that the track's changed significantly. The weather's a lot hotter. Temperature of the track itself is up a good 30 degrees from when I was watching him at 9:30 this morning.
Yeah, he turned into 225.433 earlier today in the practice session we had this morning.
I had to look twice there. I thought, when you see him go across the kiddie litter they put down there, I was like, oh, did something was a puff from the car? I was like, no, it's just the kiddie litter.
Celebrating 100 years of Boy Scouting.
But you know, this is a nice start for him. This would be in the 224 range.
Good.
Which he'd take that. Heck yeah.
First lap is 224.204.
And that's what I was saying. This morning I saw him put together a really good string of laps. He didn't just go post a lap and get towed around and put up a 225. He backed that up this morning with some pretty good times and showing it right there.
He rewrote the record books in the Firestone Indy Light Series a couple of years ago.
And he's picking up speed, Bob.
Good.
Just a little, but every bit counts.
Tracker says 19th, so solidly in the 24.
24-3.
After winning that Lights Championship, if you remember, he signed with Chip Ganassi Racing and was hopeful for an opportunity there. That never did happen, but you know, anytime a team like that and Chip recognizes somebody's ability, that says a lot about what you can get done.
I was going to say something's happening here. He's
oh, yeah.
All of a sudden you can see the ruler start to something on that end of the racetrack. All of a sudden, you can see a wiggle there. So the handling is going off. What a great 2 laps, but this is not going to be what he wants now.
He's the only driver to have won here in Indianapolis on the oval and the road course. Both of them, of course, in the Firestone Indy Light Series. He's down to 221.6. Wow.
Yeah. He had trouble in 1 and 2 and then got a wiggle. I think it was in 3. That's not what you want.
Yeah, that's a big dump of the throttle when you see that dip in speed. But now he's out of it. Yeah.
Yep. Here's Dale Coyne showing the yellow flag, aborting the run. Each car gets 3 today. We have 4 more cars in line. We have had solid qualifying since the track opened at 11 o'clock. EJ Viso is in line. So is Bertrand Baguette.